Step 5, verify the price position that satisfies the seller's financial need. Once the subject home has been properly positioned within the right range, check to see if the agreed upon position, the realm, will satisfy the financial needs. Note, the seller's financial need is checked after step number 5 because all the information needed to justify value has been accumulated. This step may entail calculating a net sheet for the seller. The net sheet preparation is covered in Title 101 in this program. So step number 6, analyze all homes directly competing with the subject home. Directly competing with the subject home. Analyze them. So know that you have a justifiable price that will satisfy the seller's financial need. You must analyze the competition. Oh, Mike, I know that. Right. I'm talking to you, big dog, big top agent. Talking to you. Do you really always analyze the competition? I'm talking to you, brand new agent. Do you just go in there and take the listing because you're so excited that they're going to give you a house for sale? I'm talking to you, midline producer who's on their way up, emerging superstar. Are you taking the time to analyze that? Think about that. Are you consistently doing that? I know, I know, Mike says this often. Okay, yeah. Because you know what, I've been there. When I get busy, I start getting a little choppy. The wheels start to get shaky. I stop doing these things. So I'm not saying that some of you guys are not doing these things. It's how often are you doing all of these things? What makes sense? So just because the seller's price can be justified by previously sold and expired homes doesn't mean that the price at which the home should be listed. Competition and market conditions determine the entry point, thus must be carefully considered before determining exactly where to enter the market. See, it's interesting. The market could be heated up for some time, and then now that you haven't analyzed for a little bit, within 2 months, the market can start going on to decline. And promise you guys, when the market makes its transition as it's heading, you'll get caught out there. You'll have a bunch of listings that you didn't do all this analysis, and you missed the market, and you're going to wonder, why do I have all these stale listings? Why are all these listings not selling? I don't understand. The market must be quiet. As transactions are still flowing, even during the Great Recession, as they called it in 2008, 2009, it's interesting. The property still sold, just at different prices. Agents convinced sellers to sell by showing them data. Buyers still bought. They just wanted to buy at a different price. You're looking for resistance, guys. See, most agents are running away from resistance. See, that is 2 or 3 similar or better homes listed at equal or lower prices. See, this step also helps determine if the seller should enter the marketplace. So you're looking for that resistance. Step 7, determine the most appropriate price entry point based on timing need. See, once you've revealed the true competition, review the seller's timing need. Determine the most appropriate price entry point. See, if seller needs a quick sale, I know people hate that quick sale, but it's there. The subject home must be priced below all true competitors. Yes? Right, so if somebody's like, Mike, I've got to sell this house in 30 days or 45 days. Well, if you looked at the houses that priced at $900,000, they've been on the market for 110 days. Can I ask you, Susie, the seller, how do you expect to beat the competition by pricing it the same as they have, and they have not even been in contract yet, and they're still 110 days on the market? Can I ask you that, Sally or Susie? Can I ask you that question? So they need to be below the true competitor. Oh, but I don't want to undersell. Well, hold on. What's your goal here? I didn't say you were underselling, but if you note that these properties stay on the market at 110 days at these price points, and Johnny down the block over there sold within 60 days at these price points, what do you believe, or what do you think we should do, Sally? Self-discovery, folks, self-discovery. What do you believe we should do, Sally? Right? If property A and B and C, they were on the market for 110 days and they're still not sold, but property D is in contract after only being on the market for 60 days, but the price is lower, what do you think we should do, Sally? Ask questions, seek to understand, help people get to self-discovery. So here we are, sold and expired properties, identify and understand value ranges, test understanding, place subject and home in appropriate value range, position subject home within the range. Okay. The supply and demand of active properties and time and need. Identify and analyze competing homes, choose most appropriate price entry point. And guys, the seller should make an informed and intelligent decision. There's no trickery. My goodness, sometimes I'm disappointed and sad at agents out there in the marketplace that believe there's some trick. You're not going to sell them some cell phone and then run for the hills because you got your commission. The process, especially in New York, is a little bit slower, yes or yes? So you're not going to convince them to do something that they don't want to do. That's never been the case in real estate. Remember, price should never exceed value, as this would indicate the seller is using needs or wants as justification for what buyers should pay an overvalued price. Right? They should buy it because this is the best one, guys. This is the best one. Look at me. Look at me. They should pay this price, Mike. I put soundproofing in behind that sheetrock, Mike. I did it myself. Come on, laugh. It's hard to get a laugh on Zoom. I laid those bricks one by one. I installed that electric back in '97. Guys, the buyers don't care about that. Buyers seldom, if ever, pay over market value for homes. See, the funny thing is agents believe they did some superstar, oh, I got them to pay that overprice. No, you helped them self-discover in order to secure that house, they had to pay this price. You didn't bamboozle anybody. But I love agents. Oh, I got them. I'm super salesman of the year. It's wild. That's why I love teaching this class, or these classes, rather. I love agents. I'm the super agent. I'm a rock star. I'm a rock star. See, if price exceeds value and cannot be justified beyond the seller's needs and wants, then recommended the seller wait to list their house. See, if they can't, if they believe their house is worth $2 million and the comps and everything else, all the analysis is showing 1.5, then they should wait to the list. It isn't the right time. And they may agree with you, but you should advise them that if you're seeing the trends in the past 7 years go like this, and now typically after the 7 years went like this, now it goes like this for 7 years, show them. Let them self-discover, do they want to wait for prices to go back up? Do they want to wait for prices to go back up? Let them self-discover that. They may say yes. They may say, you know what, I'm not going to retire for the next 5 years, so yeah, I'm going to stay here. I will take cash out of my house because I can pay off debt by refinancing. Let people do what they want. They'll do it anyway. They have control. They are the seller. Transitional dialogue. So what you've told me is that being out of your home in 60 days is your top priority. Yes or yes? Yeah. So let me show you that my goal is to indeed get you out in 60 days and really get you out in 60 days revolve around two basic components, price and exposure. Since exposure does us little good and if the home is incorrectly priced. See guys, exposure is not just marketing, folks. If you paid attention to what I said before, exposure is positioning as well, positioning. Since exposure does us little good if the home is incorrectly priced, we should first focus on developing a pricing strategy that will lead us to the most appropriate price entry point. Price entry point, price entry point, not sold, price entry point, price entry point. You got it? Stop trying to be that expert or rock star or worse off. Stop trying to be an unlicensed appraiser because you're going to lose your license. Okay. It's price entry point. Come on, folks. Even the licensed appraisers don't know exactly what it's going to sell. The market will determine that. Yes or yes? So the conversation with that seller should be price entry point. But Mike, do you think this is what it's going to sell for? No, I don't know if that's what it's going to sell for, Sally, but I know this is the appropriate price entry point. Hope you got that nugget down. So transitional dialogue. Let me ask you, do you think a pricing strategy is important? Do you think a pricing strategy is important? Share with me why you feel that way. These are questions, guys, that help you understand where they're coming from. You're not a mind reader, you're not a mentalist that I know of. And if you are, let me know. That's pretty cool. See, when the answer is correct or close to correct, say exactly what we blank blank. See, when you disagree with the answer, may I consult with you? So ask for permission. May I consult with you a little on pricing? See, we must remember is that pricing game is all about justification. It's all about justification. You know it is, but you're afraid sometimes to have that tough conversation. It's about justification. Your job is to do the same thing the seller is trying to do to you. They're trying to justify the pricing that you put forth. Your job is to help convince them and to justify why the price is that they chose is incorrect. It's this push-pull, it's this tug of war. But it's your job. You're not being confrontational, guys. That's why they